What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reckless here once again. Got a brand new interview. Today I got you a really talented singer, straight out of here in my hometown. Oh boy, Anthony, what's going on, man?
It's good, everybody.
What's up? Tell us, how did you get into doing, like, because you just singing, Spanish singing, whether it be Banda or anything else, like, how did you get into this music? Tell us your musical background.
So it started when I was like 16, 17. I remember we had just gone to Mexico, and karaoke was like a big thing that was going on, right? Like people had like their straight up like karaoke machines at their pad, and they would just get down over there, right? Like just regular family karaoke. So I remember getting back, we brought one. We brought like this little machine thing that you would plug into a desktop, and you basically have your karaoke system. Yeah. So I would just like sing, bro, because it had I want to say like it had like 100 CDs in a sense, which is hella tracks. So I would just choose a couple songs and start singing, and I'm pretty sure I sucked. Like, it was bad. But my parents saw like a spark that like I could probably do it. So I remember one day, bro, I got back from school, and my mom was like, "We're going to San Jose." Yeah. And I was just like, "Okay, like for what?" On the way there, she was like, "I signed you up for like this academy, like for vocal lessons." And I was like, "What? Like, what the fuck?" Like, okay. So we I was hella nervous because I didn't know what I was stepping into. Naturally, yeah, but we did it, and that's when like my first class, that's when I fell in love with it. Like I think I fell in love with the challenge the most part because everybody in there was already kind of like, they knew what to do. Their experience and all that. Yeah, they had like prior lessons, and I was going in there just straight just fresh, like fresh, bro. And yeah, and I remember the vocal teacher at the time, he put me on the spot, and he wanted me to reach a certain note, and I had no idea like what notes were, like how to use my voice or anything. But I remember he just put me on the spot and just kept telling me to hit the note, and I was just like, bro, I don't know like what to do. And I just kept trying until like I heard my voice go to a different level, and that's when I realized like, oh shit, there's levels to your voice, like. So that's when it all clicked, and then I was like, dude, I kind of like this, like let's do this. So that's when I started, like that's I just picked it up from there. That's cool. And it was all English singing at this point? Nah, bro, it was all Spanish. Oh, it was Spanish, okay. Yeah, so I think that's why I started singing Spanish. That's like my foundation, because it was the academy was called Moda Quince. Moda Quince. It was actually like a business that kind of like held quinceañeras and like helped coordinate quinceañeras. So I was 16, 17. So once I learned how to sing, like it was just perfect. Like I was doing gigs through them. Like, oh, they needed a singer. Fucking, I was able to like do that. But, okay. And tell us about your first performance ever. Damn. My first performance ever. Was it good? Probably not, dude. What do you remember though? I'll tell you about the first time I actually got it like in front of like, I want to say like 100 people. It was in San Jose, and it was a contest, and a lot of people that were in my vocal class were in the contest, and I think I had to. No, that was a different time. But anyways, so these people were already like singing, doing gigs and stuff, and I was still fresh. But I remember just like thinking to myself, like, fuck it, I'll just go up there. Like, I have nothing to lose. I've been doing vocal lessons for 2-3 months. Like, screw it, bro. Like, I'll just go up there. And I remember going up there, and I sang a song by Vicente Fernandez. Oh, okay. Which one? It's called Mujeres Divinas. And I sang it, dude. I sang with all my heart.
Uh-huh.
But it probably sounded terrible. Like, it probably sounded pretty bad.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, I got up there and I just tried my best. And it was one of, like, the best feelings, bro, just to be up there, like, hella vulnerable and just, like, fuck. Like, I don't know if this is going to sound right, but here it is, you know.
Yeah. What was the reception of your singing?
I think it was respected, and that's what I liked. Like, they kind of knew that I was fresh and that, like, I didn't really know. But they respected my ability to just go up there. I got a lot of respect from my dad that day. He still talks about it to this day.
Dope.
He's just like, you know, I could never do that, you know, like go up there. And so, like, I got, like, some respect off of it, and I like that. Like, it motivated me to be like, okay, let's do this again, but better. So.
And you've gotten many various gigs since then, right?
Yeah, man, I'm 24 now. That was like when I was 16, 17.
Yeah,
so
it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. I've done a whole bunch of different things since then. So,
what would you say is your favorite performance you've ever done?
My favorite performance? Damn, that's tough. I would say, shit, man. I'm torn between two.
Okay.
So, I think I was like 17, 18 now. I did another contest, so it was my second contest.
Oh, okay.
Here at Arteaga's, the supermarket in Gilroy. I think it was their very first contest, and there was about like 7 people that auditioned.
Yeah.
And they threw this all-day thing where, like, we went up there and we sang one song, and they were gonna judge on who was gonna win. And the first prize was you get to record a 2-track CD.
Oh, cool.
And they, like, gave me like 1,000 copies. The first place prize was that, and then, like, some Giants tickets.
Oh, sweet.
And you get a little bit of profit off the CDs they sell in the supermarket. So that was one of my favorite performances because just straight from the audition to, you know, the next week performance, like, it was solid. That's when I knew, like, okay, like, I'm progressing and I could do this, because I ended up winning first place. And,
oh, sweet.
And we recorded the 2-track CD like a month later, and we sold some copies, and that was kind of like my first, like, introduction to recording and, like, how the business kind of is. But that was also during the time where we were moving on from CDs to digital. So it was kind of like a confusing time for me, just when it came to recording. I didn't know how to market myself that well, shit like that, but I was still young, I was still fresh. But that was one of my favorite performances. And just recently, like, the beginning of this year, in May, I did a musical for Gavilan.
Oh, okay.
And we did 7 shows, and, like, the cast was dope, the production was dope, and I don't know, we like put in a lot of work, and it turned out good. So that probably be my, like,
my other favorite one,
my top ones. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Do you still have any, like, copies available of the original 2-track CD?
I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I know I got one framed. I got one framed, so I always have that. But I'm pretty sure there's a couple that's still lying around.
All right. If anyone out there has one, let him know on his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? He'd love to sign it.
Hell yeah.
For sure. And tell us about your worst performance ever. What's been, like, your biggest bomb?
Damn.
No shame. I had terrible performances.
My worst performance? I'm trying to remember. I'll just say one that came to my head, like, right away when you said that. Actually, when I went on to Tengo Talento Mucho Talento.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was interesting because we went to LA.
Yeah. And
we were in the back, like, the back room for, like, I want to say for, like, 4 hours, bro. Just sitting back there waiting for your turn. And, like, they put makeup on you and all that. And what they do to make, like, once you're on a television show, what they do is, like, you only have 1:30 to showcase whatever you're doing. So they cut your song, and they do that for you. So say your song's 4 minutes, 3 minutes, they'll chop it down to 1:30, whether it's you sing some of the verse and then a little bit of the chorus and that's it. Like, that's what they do to shorten up the time. So they did that, and keep in mind, like, I had prepared to sing the whole song this whole time, bro. I was so focused to sing the whole song. So when I found out they were gonna chop it, I was just like, damn, I only got like 30 minutes to practice doing this version. So I was just like, whatever, you know, I can do it, you know, it's just a song I've been practicing. I remember, dude, I was like almost up and I get a nosebleed.
Oh no.
I get a nosebleed, and that's worse for a singer, bro. Like, whether you have like just mucus or like a nosebleed, bro, like if you like have something in your nose, like it's bad for a singer because you need to breathe, right?
Yeah.
So I was about to go up, and I was just like, I can't, like, I got a nosebleed, can you guys skip me?
Yeah. And
they're like, yeah, we could skip you. So my nosebleed settled down, and I was like, all right, I'm ready. But I think throughout that process, I had forgot that they chopped down my song.
Oh shit.
So when I went on stage, like, seeing everything, seeing freaking Jenni Rivera right there, and like all the judges, I was just like, oh shit, like, this is, you know, this is real.
Yeah.
I remember I was nervous. I tried not to let it show, but I started singing, and I was just focused on singing the whole song, and I completely forgot that it was chopped. I remember looking to the camera and thinking, like, damn, you know, thousands of people are watching right now, shit. And like, I was just like so distracted that I forgot to chop down my song, and I slipped on, I think, a couple words. I don't even remember. Slipped on a couple words, but I regained it right away. Like, I slipped and I noticed, like, I was like, oh shit. And I regained it right away. But I think that was one of the reasons. I think I got like 2 out of 3 votes, or was it 3 out of 4 votes? One of the judges was like, you know, I don't think you're ready yet. And, you know, it was respectable. Like, messed up.
Cool. Compared to what they do usually in that show.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bring out Osito to bring you out of there, bro.
I know. Fuck, that would have been embarrassing.
I would have fought him if you tried to do that to me.
Fact. No, but yeah.
Overall, was it a good experience?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. I grew a lot from that experience, you know. After that, like, I made sure every performance after that it was going to be clean. Like, I was focused. Like, what I was going to do was going to practice the songs, whatever. But yeah, it's a learning experience, bro, because once you like fail on a stage like that, you're kind of like, okay, I could either quit, you know, or I could be better next time.
It really tests out the true drive of an artist. Is when that shit happens, you're like, okay, it's going to make or break me.
Exactly. And it tested my like acceptance too, because right when I came off the stage, I was just like, fuck it. Fuck it. And I just like put it behind me. And like, I remember talking to my dad about it like right after too, and I was just like, I'm not really worried about it, to be honest. Like, let's just move on.
If anything, it's all just more exposure for you. You know what I mean? You're on TV, all Central Mexico and South America know who you are now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's dope. So, how far did you get in that contest?
Just the auditions here in San Jose, and then to LA. And supposedly, like, you pass if like the majority of the judges pass you in. Yeah. And so I was expecting a call back because they said, you know, you're moving on to the quarterfinals or whatever. Yeah. And I was just like, sweet, you know. And I remember Jenni Rivera had like some good things to say about me. And, like, I always remember that, bro. She was like, you know, you are young, but like, imagine when like you're 20, you know, 25, like you're gonna be a force. So I was just like, I always kept that like with me and like remembered that, like, you know, okay, I'll keep doing that. But I remember getting back and we waited like 2 months and they weren't calling back, so we called. We're like, hey, what's going on, you know? And they're like, they said some BS. They're like, oh, we had too many people auditions. This time around, like we only like picked a few. Like
you think a big old like monumental like show like that would have everything organized enough to know like, okay, this is how many people you're allowed. Like The Voice, they only allow certain people to pass, and then everyone else has to unfortunately be out, even though they're good.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Do they just let everybody pass? Is that what you think that happened, or you think it was just like?
I think it was a little disorganized, maybe because I'm not sure when Tengo Talento started, but it definitely was a little disorganized. Like I liked it though. I liked it because it was the beginning processes, and I was able to see like even the cameraman. Like I talked to like some of them, and I was able to see like how I wouldn't say amateur, but like how early in the profession they were. So like being able to see a business like that grow, and like, because I'm pretty sure now they're way more organized than they were back then. So, but yeah, I think it was just a matter of like not being organized enough to call every participant back. But
yeah, for sure, it's
yeah,
all good.
It was good. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So, what do you hope to accomplish in your music?
Damn, that's a good question. I guess authenticity. So as like I've been singing, I've been doing basically covers. Of like Vicente Fernandez, Javier Solis, Pedro Infante, like the OGs. And I think what I want to do is be able to write music and hopefully touch somebody with my music one day where they can do a cover on my stuff, and then be inspired to be like, he wrote some dope songs, I'm trying to write some dope songs, and then keep that going. So just authenticity. I want to like grow to where I can be my own artist in a sense, like be my full self.
Yeah, exactly. So every artist really strives for, you know what I'm saying? You'll get your shot there too, you know what I'm saying? Doing that
Thank
shit.
You.
Of course.
Thank you, yeah.
How do you feel being in this music? Like, what feeling do you get from this passion? What specific actual genre, first of all, do you consider yourself?
Damn. I would say, like, foundation-wise, like, if you ask me to sing a song, I'm gonna go with my best genre, which is rancheras. Rancheras, boleros. If you would ask me to like do something different, I could do norteñas, bandas, corridos, something more different, some Frank Sinatra tunes, some jazz tunes. Yeah. Everything else is kind of mediocre. If I try rock or blues, R&B, it's mediocre. But I'm pretty sure I can do it with some auto-tune. No,
you don't need that with a talent like this. Speaking of which, what 5 artists do you think influence your style when you sing? Any like big artists that you look up to? You name like 5 of them?
Yeah, bro. I've thought about this a lot. I would definitely go with Vicente Fernandez off the top. Just because of where I'm from. My dad's from Guadalajara. So just the lifestyle over there, I love it. And my dad would always play Vicente at our crib, so that's what I grew up on. Vicente, number 1. There's this guy that when I started singing, I learned about, Javier Solis.
Javier Solis is dope,
yeah, another OG. And that guy, man, that guy's voice is crazy. Like, super powerful, but soft at the same time. Like, just a savage. I think, to be honest, he's probably the best singer that I know, like, in a sense. So Vicente, Javier, then I think just other different genres. I would say Tupac, dude. Tupac was like has been a big influence in my life, just to like see how passionate he was in his music and how he played the game, and he was so young.
25.
Yeah, so young. So Tupac is a big inspiration. Next would be Frank Sinatra.
Oh, nice.
Frank Sinatra is a savage, bro. the whole Rat Pack crew, like all of them, like just that lifestyle, like it seems so sick, bro. Just be able to smoke a cigarette on stage and just be
looking all dappered up.
All dappered up, like fooling around, bro, with your boys on stage, like, because they're singers too, like, that's so sick. And to be able to put on a whole show, they would do like hour, 30-minute shows, 2-hour shows, and just be hella funny, just like be themselves, be drunk up there, like, that shit is like very inspiring. And I hope to bring something back like that, man, but that's in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, J. Cole.
Cole?
Yeah, if we're doing top 5, J. Cole has to be in that list, man.
Okay.
That's just like, just inspiration, just, I don't know, man, his music, lyricism, he's just one of the GOATs, bro.
Yeah, so. Straight up. One of the best for this new generation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite song to cover when you're asked to cover songs? Like, is there a specific song like your go-to?
Oh, shit. I don't think so. I don't think there's a certain go-to. If I would have to cover one song right now, I'd probably do some Javier Solis.
Okay.
Probably this song called Las Rejas No Matan. Shit, it's so hard. I'm just gonna say that song, but there's so many songs that like.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite songs to sing.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Do you have any projects in the works right now?
Projects.
Or any gigs going on? Any concerts?
So gigs, yes. Gigs. I recently have my business cards out now. So I recently printed some. So that's been helping me get a lot more gigs. I honestly didn't start seeing the business side of music until like this past 2 years, you know. Seeing my other boys that are in music doing like different genres, how they move in music, and like I'm like, oh, okay, I need some business cards, because they have some business cards and they're booking gigs. So gigs, been doing some of those, especially after the musical right here at Gavilan. There's a professor named Dr. John, and he took me under his wing, and he set me up with the musical, and then after that we did the 100th year anniversary for Gavilan, the gala, or gala, I don't know how they say it. Yeah. I heard one of the directors say gala, and I was just like, I wonder if that's how you actually say it. But yeah, the gala. So like he looks out for me every now and then. He'll like get me in a gig, and like he, like, when I say he took me under his wing, like he got me in the newspapers, Morgan Hill Life, Gilroy Life. So like he has been like a big help in getting exposure here locally. But yeah, project wise, I want to drop a project hopefully by the end of this year.
Nice.
It's gonna be a video. I won't say what type of video, but I have it in my mind, and like I'm like ready to do it. I just need to get it done. But video to showcase like what I'm doing and stuff. So
sure, we look forward to that, dog.
Appreciate
Lastly, what advice would you give someone who's trying to get into music, the type of music you do?
I would say find a good vocal teacher. Find a good vocal teacher, because that's gonna set the foundation. Vocalizing, bro, like that sets the foundation to singing. Find somewhere where like you're able to grow as an artist and learn. I would even say learn music theory early on in your career, so you can know a little bit. You know, grab the guitar, learn a couple chords, so like if you ever need it, you know. One thing I struggled with in this genre of like rancheras, mariachi, boleros, when I would sing early on, when I would sing with a mariachi, I wouldn't know what key to ask to the song, and like that's super important, because if you don't know what key you sing the song in, they could play a key that's super high, and you're kind of stuck. Like you're gonna have to, you know, it's live music, so you're gonna have to, or you're gonna stop it and tell them like, hey, you know, give me a lower key. So learning keys is super important when it comes to the genre. And I still have trouble with it, bro. Like I'll still have to look it up beforehand if I'm gonna do a live gig with a mariachi. Even if I'm doing one song, I'll look up the song, look up the original key the singer that I like sings it in. So when I go to the mariachi, I'm gonna be like, hey, play the song in this key, and they know right away. And then it'll be just like if I'm singing with an instrumental.
Nice.
So I think, yeah, you know, get your chops up vocally, vocalize, and then learn a little bit music theory, and then just practice, man. Practice makes perfect. So
that's right. Cool shit.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, do you think you can sing us a little bit for us to give us a little taste of what you sound like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn. Okay, you're putting me on the spot.
No pressure.
Let me see.
The floor is yours.
Let's see. Let me think of a song that I sang recently. Shit, this is tough, man.
Oh, it's all good.
Shit. No, Mitch, no. We're gonna wait. If the people want to see me sing, we're gonna wait.
Oh,
we're gonna drop the video.
Man, I gotta edit all this shit.
It's good, bro. Leave it in. I'm okay.
Hey, fuck it, we leaving this shit in.
Yeah.
All right, anything else you want to add to the people out there at all?
Follow me. I got a new music page up. It's just my name, Anthony Gutierrez. If you can't find it, just follow Play Ant. It's play_ant. If you're an artist, hit me up. I have a good group of artists around me, a family that, you know, we're all doing this, so we could create and do different things. But yeah, man, to anybody out there watching this, just if you have an itch to become an artist or to do something, to sing, to rap, whatever, just go out and do it, man. Just get it done.
Word up. All right, y'all, it's a wrap for the interview. I'd like to thank Anthony for coming through, being down.
Thanks, boss.
Come on.
Yeah, hey, music video coming soon.
Very soon, you'll see. If he can sing now, he'll sing later. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can always see a new video from me. And down in the link below, you're gonna see all in the description, all the links to where to find him at. And we're out.